Hello and good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, June 18th, and I am Laurie Barraco, and I welcome you to this week's live stream event. I will just pause a little bit so that everybody receives a notification that I am streaming live. Happy Father's Day to all the dads, the fathers, those father figures who stepped into the roles to support us and guide us. Happy Father's Day. We love you and we appreciate you. All right. So, hello and welcome. I'm going to start by smudging the space and clearing the space and setting the energy so that we can delve into the messages from Spirit. How we doing today? Hope everybody's enjoying this Sunday morning. And here in Southwest Florida, it's a little bit wet, a little rainy, but that's okay. We don't mind it because it's been really, really warm out there. Very warm, very warm. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to start by, there we go. I'm going to be using my red sage, which is sage with, white sage with dragon's blood around it. Hello, Karen. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, so here is my red sage, and we're going to be setting the space. Alrighty, good morning. Good morning, Liz. All right, so let's all take a moment to center ourselves and calling in the light, calling in or aligning with the light that we are all part of, that creator energy. Connecting, centering, and with intention, with focus to align with our divine selves, with that light coming in through the crown. It was like the summer solstice. The blessings of the light, the sun coming down through the crown, moving through the center of our being, bringing in that sacredness, allowing ourselves to embrace our sacredness, reminding us that we are sacred beings, playing the role of the ego that has chosen certain characteristics on this planet, allowing the sacred smoke to cleanse and refresh, reboot ourselves today. And I ask that Spirit work through me with the divine messages for all those who are tuned in today. And hello and welcome. Hello. Oh, look at that. I open my eyes. I see lots of friends here. Hello and good morning, everyone. So I'm doing well, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Hello. So today I'm going to be sharing messages from the Grimalkins Curious Cats Tarot, and that deck I've been using for my weekly predictions and my daily messages from Spirit. And if you didn't already check out this week's predictions, they're kind of interesting, right? I was like, ooh. Well, it is what it is, right? And so also we have a few things taking place. So we've got the new moon today, which new moon is always about the time of planting seeds. It's a time to stop, pause, and refresh, redo things or reset ourselves, which I invite you to do on a regular basis, right? We do this with the new week, a new month, a new moon, a new year, right? A new job, a new home. So there are so many opportunities to start over, start fresh, have some closure, completions. As we wrap some things up, we wrap it up. And the wrapping up, I say this all the time, I know that, but the wrapping up is sometimes a really good thing because we're celebrating the accomplishments and some of those experiences, those chapters. It's like, thank goodness that chapter's over. And sometimes it's, yes, I did it. I made it through. I achieved what I set out to do. I learned a lot about myself and so on and so forth. So, yep, we've got the new moon today. It's Father's Day. And on Wednesday, we have the summer solstice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to also drop this in. I might drop this in a couple times. I have, oh, I have that too. Hold on here. Well, I'll drop this one here. On the blog with the online store, I have the new moon article, and then I just shared the article for the summer solstice. And then if you click at the bottom of the summer solstice, you'll see there is a Litha ritual, abundance, prosperity ritual too. So you could check that out later. It's in the blog section of the online store. And if you go to the previous blog of the summer solstice, you'll see the new moon one. All right, so let's get started. Let's see what we've got going on here. So if this is your first time tuning in with the astrological zodiac messages signs, then you'll know that if this is your first time, then my format is that I start with Aries and then I wrap it up with Pisces. And so some of the messages may not be specifically for your sun sign or your moon sign or your rising sign. That's okay. If a message resonates, then take it, embrace it, allow yourself to receive the consciousness of that message, right? So it's a great way of sharing some insight from spirit. And it, as I said, it just doesn't only resonate or have to resonate with your sun sign. It can't be that, oh, I am a Taurus, so that message was for Capricorn. It's not mine. Maybe it is yours. And maybe it relates to the people that are around you in your life, right? All right. So let's get started. Hello and welcome. Hi there, friends. Morning, everyone. Okay, so away we go. So the first sign I am going to be starting with is Aries. And I do want to preface this by saying, whenever you work with spirit, whenever your intention is to go into a place of connecting with the divine and expanding your energy and aligning your consciousness with any energy, any messages, energy, higher self, wisdom, guides, the astral realms, you always want to set the space. And so I did so before I started. I did smudge, but I smudged before too. Before I hit go live, I asked spirit to help guide me, that I be in the place of my higher self channel, and that the messages come through with ease and grace and clarity. All right, so away we go. All right. First card is for Aries. And again, I'm using the Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot. Aries, here we go. We have the High Priestess reversed. So my Aries friends, it's so important that you begin to listen to your higher self, the messages that are coming through for you from your divine guidance. I think that you may be questioning those messages or second guessing yourself, or sometimes with people, they say, I must be making this up because it's what I want to hear, right? So the message from spirit is to dedicate time to in your life on a regular basis to connect with your self outside of your personality self that has limitations and it has certain filters on it. And that's why I invite people with psyche development, with my psyche development teachings and mentorship, to align more frequently with and know the language, the message, the feel, and develop that relationship with your divine self rather than the personality self. The personality self has filters. It has likes, it has dislikes, it has triggers, which it's supposed to. But when you go into that higher self channel, you can trust what comes through is information that's coming down that pipeline, that's bypassing the ego self. Now, that is something that we can all work on with not attaching to the filters of the personality self. You are still going to get some of the personality self, but the more you work on meditating, the more that you work at listening to your higher guidance and knowing that language and not throwing in your own personal agenda, the clearer the messages, and there's a different flow and feel to it. Okay. So Aries, it's time to really fine-tune that relationship and begin to trust yourself, because that higher self, that wise part of you, is really trying to filter through some messages and guidance. You're asking for questions and then they're coming through. It's just that you're second guessing it. Okay. All righty. Hi there. Good morning, more friends. Good morning. All right. So now we're going to move on to Taurus. All right. So let's see what some of the messages for Taurus are during this new moon. So the messages are for the new moon, the new beginning in Gemini, which has a lot of mind stuff. So that's interesting that first message came through for Aries with a higher self. it's analytical. The Gemini is analytical, the thinking part, the planning part, the reasoning part, and sometimes it gets stuck. So we want to expand upon that, right? It's also the time of communication too, of speaking up, communicating more clearly, and working on your receptors of not putting your personality flavors, filters on there. Okay, so now we're into Taurus. So now we have the 10 of Cups. Oh, how lovely is this card for, excuse me, Taurus. I hope I said Taurus. This is for Taurus. We have the 10 of Cups. What a sweet time for you. I'm hearing the message of if your peeps, your family, your loved ones, your friends, if they want to love on you, let them love on you, right? It's like all of this love wants to be expressed. And for my Taurian friends, you may feel like, I don't wanna, that's too mushy. But those around you are wanting to express their love. They're wanting to share the love and connect with you in that way. They're not trying to soak up all your energy. They're trying to express their feelings for you and their gratitude. So yes, you may also be on that wanting to give. You may want to give your love and to share. The only thing that I'm hearing to do, to be mindful of, is to know when someone's saying, nope, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm just really telling you no, to honor their private space and honor their wishes. But you will have an outlet to share that love and light. And then Spirit invites you to open up your heart and let people love on you. Let them. Okay, next we're on to Gemini. All right, if any of this is resonating, just give me like a thumbs up or a yes, or type in 1, because sometimes that helps too. Like a yes or a 1. 1 is like, yes, I agree. All right, here we go. So next we are moving into Gemini. So good to see everybody here. Okay, Gemini, you have the 2 of Cups. How sweet is that energy? So I love these cups, right? So here we are with Gemini. We're in like a thinking sign, right? And here come all these lovey-dovey emotions, and our relationships and our peeps are wanting to connect on an emotional level. I really don't have any warning flags coming up like, hey, watch out, be careful. A little different than what my predictions are for this week. But if people are wanting to get a little closer without an agenda, and that's where that connection with the higher self will say, okay, I know, like, no, this feels like there aren't any ulterior motives. Feels like it's okay. Go for it. So with this 2 of Cups, that you're going to see that more of the bonding, the relationships that you have been craving with bonding and connecting with like-minded people who are on the same emotional level, with the same emotional maturity. Like there's more of that cohesive, flowing energy, like that 8, right? That divine. There's an equal mindset. We're on the same page, and then emotionally, yeah, we are. Not easily triggered. We are able to express our feelings like an adult, and so on and so forth. So like-minded wavelength types of relationships coming in closer. How sweet is that? All right, so now we're going to move on to Cancer, which is a water sign, that watery energy. So were you able to click on that link? I don't know if anybody was able to click on the link. Should be able to do that. And that is on the, right, that link there. It's on the online store website with the blogs. Okay, so you can check on it later. So Cancer, we have the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So what I'm hearing from my Cancer friends is that there is a little bit of a delay with the culmination, the manifestation of our goals at this time. So you may be just missing the mark. Like, it's just like, it just passed me. Like they're showing me like a race. They're showing me a race that you're working so hard at this race and you give it all you got, and then you came in third. It's like something just happened, and then someone came up from out of nowhere, out of left field, and you didn't win, or you didn't make it there in the time frame you wanted to, right? Just trust that there always is a divine order and timing. It doesn't mean your efforts were not worth it, that it wasn't a waste of time. Just know that there may be some delays in the complete manifestation of some of your goals that you're working towards, right? So another example is paying off, like, say, your credit card debt. Say you had in your mind that you wanted to pay off that debt by, July 1st, and you still have maybe 500 more dollars. Like, it's like goals like that. I just feel like, hey, you worked really hard. You got this far. Just let that, there's always next month, right? There's always a new beginning. So do not get too hung up on the rigidity of that goal. Okay. All right. Great. Hey there, Pammy. Good morning. Good morning, Barbara. All right. So next we're going to go into my Leo friends. So as I mentioned that I'm doing messages for the sun signs, but these messages may resonate for you as a moon sign, as a rising sign, the people around you, or the message may resonate, whether it's your sun sign or not. Just take that message and allow yourself to receive. Okay, be open to receive, and it's not just limited to the sun sign, the moon sign, or the rising, or the people around us. Spirit does find an outlet for us to receive, to hear, to see, to absorb what is helpful for us on our paths. Okay, so here we go, Leo. You've got the Fool. So during this time of the new moon, the new moon in Gemini. This is your time to really set some things into motion. And the Fool is all about going for it and trusting that there is a safety net. If you've checked off all the boxes that are like the necessary components for your giving yourself permission to take that leap of faith, and they're all checked off, like, why not do it? There's no time like the present. Of course, I'm going to say that I do think it's important you make sure that most of those boxes that create stability in your life are checked off before you go for it, right? Use a little common sense. But this is most certainly that time, that fresh new beginning, that exciting new beginning where, yes, you're taking a leap or two of faith. It's just, if it's not right now, it's just around the corner. So keep at working towards your goals. Okay. All right. Next, we're moving on to Virgo. Here we go, Virgo friends. All right. And again, I'm using the Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot. Okay, here we go. Virgo, you've got, all right. I was just thinking that last time I think we had a lot of the same card kept repeating, and here we go. We've got the High Priestess reversed. Okay, so same as Aries, but there probably is a different flair for Virgo. There has been a theme for you, my Virgo friends, where you are going to other people for advice rather than trusting your own guidance. You may have putting more weight on the opinions of others and how they would do things rather than allowing yourself to be a trailblazer, allowing yourself to shine in your unique own way. So you don't need to always be so practical, and you may not have everything mapped out and have all of the physical signs, right? So sometimes we need to see 333 10 times, and then I need to see 10 feathers, right? And we need to see all of this as creating conditions before we could say, okay, that is something. And maybe I need to ask 10 people how they would do this, right? And what their opinion is. Spirit saying, trust yourself. This is your sign that what you're seeing is pretty clear, and you don't always need other people's validation and permission to do things, right? You may not always have those physical signs that are in your environment. Okay, so go for it. You could trust yourself. All right, next we're going to move on to Libra. And hello, Kate. You could always catch the replay afterwards. All right, here we go. So next is a message for Libra. Libra, you have the 5 of Wands reversed. So, okay, how do I explain this visual? It's an interesting visual. Well, first, let me just share the message and then I'll share the visual. So, spirit is inviting you to find the path of least resistance at this time, and then make your move at that. What the visual that I had was spoon bending. Has anybody worked with bending spoons? Right, it's about feeling into the spoon and connecting with the molecules, and then you just know you could feel into it, and then you bend it, and it's really easy, right? So that's what I was seeing for my Libra friends, is to find the place where there's the least resistance, and that's your entry. That's your threshold. That's where you get to walk through. So don't give up just because you're hitting some resistance. Find the place within all of it. It's almost like, how the trap doors or the secret code, right? You feel into the wall, like you see all these movies, and there's the lever. That's it. Boom. That's the loose brick. Here I go. That's my opening. That's what I'm seeing from my Libra friends, and or anyone that has been experiencing that at this time. And Liz says, yay, Libra. Yes, Libra. Hopefully that resonates for you. The path of least resistance. Anybody here bend spoons? Has anyone done that? I might have to do that one of my psyche development classes. Whoop. Here's one that wants to jump out for. Scorpio is next. Okay, Scorpio, you have the King of Wands reversed. So Scorpio may not be aware that at times your presence is really strong, and it can throw other people off. And sometimes with your energy and your temper and your reactions, you're creating like a haywire experience for yourself. So you may notice that your clocks are a little bit off. You may notice your batteries are dying, like things are resetting themselves. And that is because you're not focusing and grounding yourself. And then can you imagine if you were to ground yourself and get really clear with what it is you're trying to do and focus on that? Like you would move mountains with that. There would be all of this huge force of saying the G forces you would be creating towards channeling that energy, like there's more of power and movement when you have that laser focus and channel that in that way. So take a moment, settle in, get clear with your goals, and then create that cone of power towards the intention, the goal that you're wanting to work towards and manifest. Okay, so Joe says, not spoons, but crystals. Yeah, superpower. And then Liz says, yes, but not the spoon. Yeah. All right, so a little bit of a kind of similar energy, but flipped for Scorpio and Libra. Next, we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Hello, Angie. Good morning. All right, Sag friends, here we go. Sagittarians, you have the Page of Pentacles. So within the next couple of 2 to 3 weeks, I'm feeling for Sagittarius, there is the opportunity for you to hone in on a skill, fine tune a skill, and it feels like there's a newness, there's a freshness where you are the novice, where maybe you haven't delved into this yet, or you haven't studied or practiced at a certain level. This is Spirit's advice to be the student. Maybe you have been the teacher, the guide for a long time, and the supervisor, the one who is always the one that people go to. Let's shift that a little bit for you so that you can be at not the top of the totem pole, but at the bottom of the totem pole. Head of the class, bottom class. The one who, so it's like this. So like when you go to school, right? When you're the freshman, it's time for you to be a freshman. And then you've been the senior for a long time. Now it's time for you to step into new roles and new learning experiences for yourself. Okay, so someone says, Facebook user says, I'm a Capricorn, but that Libra message about finding the trapdoor sure resonated with me and provided some guidance I was needing. Awesome. I am so glad to hear that. And Patty says, Sag spot on, bought a cricket, huge learning curve. A, cr- a cry cut? I don't know what that is. Not a cricket. Is it a cricket? No, cry cut. Huge learning curve. Awesome. Right. So I love to learn. Um, and I think that that's what's exciting too, right? When it's like, oh, this course looks really interesting and it's going to challenge me a little bit. And I do like that for you with the, with learning something new, challenge, that's good. It's going to stretch you outside of your comfort zone. Yeah. And yes, Kate, I did do Gemini. So, you can catch it on the replay. Cricket. Yep. Cricket. Okay, great. Thanks, Patty. All right, so now we're going to move on to Capricorn Cappies, my Cappy friends. Here we go. You have the World card, and it's unity, right? So that's unity. I think it's the World card. Hold on here. I think there are extra cards in this deck. Hold on here. Yeah, you've got the unity card. Oh, it doesn't even say on there. Anyway, the unity card. So that threw me for a second. Wait a minute, what? Which is a similar energy of the world and the unity. It's completion. It is the achievement. I'm going to talk about travel for Capricorn. So I feel like there's a relocation that's coming in and it might throw you for a little bit of a loop, which may not be your traditional message for that card or that energy, but this is the message I'm getting. That yeah, you might need to be relocated. Your usual Publix may have construction going on. So you got to go somewhere else. Like your routine may be shifted a little bit. So just trust that it'll be okay. You will find your rhythm, and you might feel like you're a little bit lost too. I feel like also someone moved something on you or is about to move something on you, and it's like, wait, you rearrange this, and I'm not sure what to do. Kind of like we did out front here in Bonita. We moved some of the furniture around, and some people are like, oh, it's going to take a long time for me to get used to this. And it was just the swapping up of two pieces of furniture. But I'm seeing that from my Capricorn friends. It'll be all right. And that's also how we expand ourselves. When we have the same old routine there's no change. There's no new stimuli, right? So as things are changed up for you, just try to go with the flow. You'll find your rhythm and just take your time. Okay. I also see opportunities for trying new foods. Like I just see that all around you, Capricorns. And it's like, I don't know if I want to try this. I don't know if I'm okay with this. But I do feel that Spirit wants you to be flexible. Okay. Okay. Okay, and Joe says, I'm a Cap and I love that deck. I think that there are 2 or 3 extra cards and I'm legit on my way back from New York and just got off the auto train. And my mom had a stroke and I had been in New York for 3 past weeks. Oh, I'm so sorry about all of that. And sometimes that routine has shifted a bit, right? And so sending mom lots of love and thank you for taking care of your mom. I think that's so sweet. And because not everybody is able to do that, right? It's not always the easiest thing to care for someone you love when they're going through a difficult time, when also maybe you're a little challenged with that too, right? It's like, oh, when we love them, we care about them, we're worried about them, but we want to be strong for them. And Karen says, Libra here, unemployed, yet waiting to hear about a position I interviewed for. The message about the path of least resistance is not bugging them for an answer. Absolutely. I'm glad to hear mom's better. Yeah, with the traveling. Mm-hmm. And Angela says, moving offices, change in the works makes it hard to settle the mind with all the change. Absolutely. Most of us like our routines, and it's like, okay, just need to find that rhythm, right? That rhythm, and then, okay, I'm in that flow. Yeah. I think that that's been what also has been so challenging too with COVID, right? And all of the things that have been taking place, that our usual way of doing things, it's like, we're okay. So now we've got to do this way. And we're still now trying to figure out, and I know people keep saying, have said back to back to normal. It's not normal anymore because we had that experience. So we're changed, right? And change is always for the better. Remember that, even if it's not looking that way in the moment, right? Because we don't always know what was in store for us if we stayed on that path, if that makes sense, right? Sometimes that change came in, it rocked our world. It's very stressful. And we're like, I just want it how it was. Well, you don't know what was lurking around the corner. Be glad that you're in a place of being uncomfortable right now. Yeah, Joe says he's only been home 5 days since May 1st. So talk about travel. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of travel. Okay, so the cards have been really shuffled for Aquarius, and we've got the Five of Swords. Okay, Aquarian friends, you may be looking too deeply into things. You know, sometimes we're looking at the double meaning and we're like, oh, wait, what did they say? What did that mean? So Spirit's trying to help you shift out of your old mind trap triggers where you would start to go down this pathway from because of the path. It's like, oh, here I go down this downward spiral. And Spirit's trying to help you by showing you those familiar triggers and help you spiral up, ascend up rather than going down to the past. Spirit's bringing you into the present. It's like, nope, don't go down. Don't go down that staircase. Go up this pathway. Okay. So you may notice that, Aquarius. Yeah, sometimes the double meaning isn't a double meaning. Sometimes it just is what it is. And because we have the only reference point we have is what happened before, Spirit's inviting you to be open to look at this other pathway and these other ways of viewing things and reacting. And Karen says she's a Capricorn and she's changing the way she eats in order to lose weight. You have released 27 pounds. Congratulations. I bet you have more energy. I know sometimes with the foods too, it's like, okay, the body's telling me, but then this is my usual go-to, right? So there's the changing up of all of that. Congratulations. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Last but not least is Pisces. Hello, Lisa from Massachusetts. All right, let's see what we've got here. Okay, Pisces, Two of Swords. If you look at this picture, the message that I'm getting right from this picture is the cat saying, just hang on here. Don't go into, with your mind, the illusion. There's the moon, right? I believe that's the moon. And you don't need to go into the illusion. There are some areas where you're way off, Pisces, and that's not how most of the world perceives that. So some of the also fairy tale, right? Not fairy tale, but La La Land. Sometimes Pisces goes off into this daydreamy energy, into this alternate reality. There's opportunity to get into the here, the now. You're not going to daydream right now. You're not going to think about, oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda. You're going to be in the here and the now and be more practical and address what's going on. Sometimes Pisces likes to just procrastinate and allow themselves to be distracted. There's opportunity with this new moon, in this new moon cycle, to just stay in the here and the now and get into the nitty gritty and tend to what needs to be tended to. And you're welcome, Karen. And Lisa says, perfect timing. So you must be a Pisces. All right, so those are the messages for the collective here. I'm going to go and make sure that I'm able to share that blog for some of the suggestions for this new moon. And then feel free to read the newer blog articles about the summer solstice, and this abundance ritual that I have as well here. So I'm going to share this here, make sure I've got the right... I don't know if I did it correctly before. So here's this. Here we go here. Let's see if you can click on that, hopefully. There we go. Okay, so Kate has a question. Am I in the shop on Monday? I will be in the shop here in Bonita on Monday. In Fort Myers, I'm not sure who's there. It might be Megan and Kelsey or me. I'm not sure who's in Fort Myers tomorrow. I don't remember the schedule, but I will be here for part of the day in Bonita. I will be kind of in the back end, but if you ask for me, I'll be out front. I've got Evan and Katie here tomorrow in Bonita. All right. So, hello, my friends. So, I see some questions here. Josh, you can catch the replay, and Karen, you could go to the. Are you guys able to click on that link? Let me just see here. If you copy and paste that link, you should be able to do that. Hold on here. Also, I will go to the store front part. If you go to themysticalmoon.com, you could click to the online store, but the online store is themysticalmoonstore.com. And so I will pop that into this area here too. You're not seeing the link? Okay, so let me do this then. If I put it here, you should be able to see that now on the screen. Can you click on it? I'm not sure if you could click, but you can copy and paste, right? So it's the mysticalmoonstore.com. So you can go there to check out the blogs and look at the different products that we have as well. Thank you, Kate. All right, so that's the link. So I just have a couple of minutes here. So I'm going to probably hop off at within 10 minutes. So let me stop sharing this here. Okay, so the Facebook user not letting me. So if you go to the mysticalmoonstore.com, you should be able to click on that link or go to the mysticalmoon.com. And I look forward to seeing you, Kate, tomorrow. So does anyone have any questions about anything that we discussed here or anything that's been popping up with anybody these days? I'll wait for you to kind of comment, but check out my predictions. I did the predictions. I recorded those yesterday, maybe. I don't remember. But I did share the prediction. So this week looks like it's an interesting week. It's always an interesting week, but if I had a little bit of I think I gulped and went, because we had that King of Swords reversed there. I had the King of Swords reversed. I think I had the Five of Wands, and then I had the Two of Cups, I think, or the Lovers. I had the Lovers, I think. And so some of our relationships may not be what they appear to be. Maybe you have had the feeling like somebody's kind of like very chatty these days, and I'm not getting a great feeling about it. So that is going to be coming to light, and you'll have your validation. It's better to know what's popping up anyhow rather than not. And then also maybe you need to be a little bit more honest and direct with the people that you're around as well. Yeah. Let's see here. And then Barb has the app, and Liz says Google, you'll find it. And can I tell about the psychic development classes? So I am hosting once a month at the Bonita store on the fourth Saturday, psychic development. It's from 11 to 1:30, and we'll talk about different psychic abilities. I'm going to limited to 20 people. I think we have 15 so far signed up. And we're going to talk about these psychic gifts and trusting ourselves. And I'll bring in some fun exercises and a meditation. And each one will be self-contained. So that means that if you miss something, if you miss one, you're not going to be out of the loop. I'm also teaching a tarot class in person on July 15th. It's a Saturday. It's from 11 to 3:30 here at the Bonita store. And I know that I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago about a monthly online psychic development group. That is still in the works. I just have to work out some of the details, because I do see clients. I do see have client appointments, and I do want to say thank you all those who have been so patient with me getting to you. I do have about a year's wait list. I'm booked about a year out. So I'm working on it. And I'm so grateful for everybody's patience with that. But also, I want to be able to teach too, and to help people to empower themselves by being able to trust their own psychic abilities and to navigate those pathways and to be able to discern what is healthy for you, what's for your highest and best good, and what is not, and learn how to read energy and to to trust yourself more so, whether it's foods, decisions, or not just settling. And when we are in alignment with our path, right, there's a different flow to that. When you are aligned with what feels right, like you become alive, you're healthier, you don't have all this inflammation in the body, you're less stressed, your relationships thrive, your relationship with yourself thrives, right? It makes this experience more enjoyable and fulfilling when you know that you're exactly where you need to be and where your plans are, where you're going. Yeah. And so Barb says, so things are being kept from her at work. She's always felt left out. So why is that, right? And do you really want to be part of that, right? So sometimes you want to think about, well, maybe there's a reason why I'm being excluded. Maybe this isn't my tribe, or maybe I wouldn't be happy being in that energy. Maybe it's a different alignment for me, right? Yes, friend, you can catch the replay. And so someone's asking, is there a better solution than cortisone injections? They're wearing you out. Maybe not at this time, but that's where the inflammation comes from stress, not eating well. So I don't know what your name is, but because it says Facebook user. Work on your stress levels, work on trusting yourself, work on bringing more joy into your life with intention, and you may notice that you're not as inflamed within your joints and your organs. And so even like sometimes when we have headaches, it's because the brain is inflamed. Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating too many acidic foods and beverages, right? That is a huge one that has been coming up for so many people. And like every other reading of it feels like it's like, okay, here we go. They're telling me about the histamines and the foods and the pH. Okay, I'm going to share it. So I share, and that resonates with people too. Yeah. And Barb says she's looking for her new alignment. Hey, just put that intention out there and say, I am in alignment with the career opportunities that are for my highest and best good. And so I trust the path and the divine timing of all of that, right? And continue to be proactive. Mm-hmm. And Kate says, I need to find my soul spirit again, but it feels lost. You want to get it back. Just even that intention. I am checking out the alignments. It's very similar, right, to that Libra energy of finding the trap door, the switch that opens it up, right? It's like, okay, I'm feeling around. That's resisting. There's resistance. I'm going to leave that there. Okay. Boom. That's the pathway. Right? Sometimes we have to have the experience of what's not resonating with what is resonating, right? Sometimes it's like, first I need to know have the other challenges so that I don't just settle, right? And chances are, that it's not in alignment because you have had the experience of being in alignment, right? And hi, Angie. She asked that question about cortisol. Yeah, just work on some of your stress levels, and you'll start to notice that some of the inflammation shifts, and the pH of the foods and the beverages that you are ingesting, it's creating these histamines. And there is this book by the medical medium. It's the Thyroid Healing Diet, the thyroid book. But if you could Google this online too, he has a suggestion of the foods that have low histamines. That helps with neutralizing the body and not causing the inflammation. When things are inflamed, like it bumps into everything, it gets in the way, right? When your knee's bothering you, right? Like you're overcompensating, right? So then your other knee may bother you, and then your hip and your back, because this knee, you're favoring that side, and it's creating a problem with blood flow and so on and so forth. Okay, so work on your histamines. You're very welcome. All right. Okay. Anybody else have a question? Time for one more question, and then we're going to wrap it up. And so check out the blogs. Hopefully you will be able to be inspired and take some time to center yourself, to embrace the energy of this new moon and the summer solstice, which is a high holy day. It really is. It's the celebration of the sun and the return of the sun, even though in Florida, they have the sun all the time. But anyway, there still is that acknowledgement of this celestial being that provides life for us, right? Sunlight. When we don't have sunlight, we can become depressed, right? Plants need to grow. We need plants to survive, right? You think about the cycle of life of everything, and it's honoring that. You're welcome, and you're welcome for the messages. Thank you. You all are so sweet. Okay, so I did bring another deck. So this other deck is the Crystal Spirits deck. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one card for the crystal that wants us to work with us this week. Okay, it says the energy of the new moon. Okay, that, you know what, on to other things, right? Shifting. Looks like you're shifting things. You know, even though you are feeling a little anxious about that change, there's a reason why it's happening. It's making room for what's in alignment for you next, right? Sometimes, you know, there's sadness with an ending of things. However, that's how life is, right? So we can have another experience. And yes, it's okay to be sad and to grieve, but it means that there's a different alignment coming in. Ooh, I love this. Look at this. This week, Spirit's inviting us to work with the diamond. The diamond. So diamond is, let's see, number 20. The diamond. What? Diamond, the consciousness of diamond. This priceless gift of time and pressure combined, beauty and strength arising from trials and challenges. The right use of power, right? How does a diamond come to be? It becomes polished. It becomes beautiful and strong because of the alchemical process it goes through. We are the diamonds. This is like the facets of the soul, right? The personalities, the experiences. As co-creators with our fellow human beings, we are meant to work together harmoniously, giving and receiving, taking turns and sharing the work, the credit, the fun, and the power of manifestation. Today, you are called to claim your power and exercise it with respect and love for all, even for those who are hard to love, especially those who challenge you. You never know what silent struggles people are hiding, and your ability to express love is magnified by Diamond Spirit today. So listen to the part of you that wants to be kind and understanding towards someone who is making it difficult for you to come from your highest self. Diamond Spirit has appeared to let you know that this is a moment to wield your power mindfully. You have earned wisdom over time as you have suffered much in your life and now are at a place of maturity and understanding. Avoid being reactive, for there is strength in quiet, loving gestures such as the willingness to listen, or to say, I'm sorry that you are in this situation. Often it is these gentle actions that hold the most power. Your ability to move hearts is very strong right now. So even as you maintain healthy boundaries, make the choice to own your own power and to use it with wisdom and grace. In doing so, you align with the conscious universe who knows the healing power of love and compassion. Oh my goodness. I heard a couple of the words and the messages throughout this time together in this card. So work with Diamond Spirit with love and compassion, selfless acts of kindness and random acts of kindness. Don't be shy. If you authentically feel guided to compliment someone, compliment them from the heart. Yeah. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I think that's a great message to wrap it up. And that was the Crystal Spirits Oracle. And if you don't have any diamonds, if you don't have any in your possession right now, channel and connect with the divine spirit of the diamond, the divine diamond. All right. And thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful week. And enjoy your day. And happy Father's Day. Happy new moon. Happy summer solstice. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care. Thank you. No, you're awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, my friends. Such a beautiful community. Bye-bye.